Sobat Belajar, I challenge you to get to know. Here we go. This one. Did you know her? First question. The first question. Did you know her? Okay. And next, what did she make? Okay. Did you know the masterpiece of hers? Okay. I give you time to think. 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay. In case you forgot about what did she make, well, I guess you shouldn't, because she is such an outstanding woman in the world. I'll give you this. Okay. This is one of her masterpieces that really famous, that really renowned all across the world, all across the country. Okay? And in this story, I'll also challenge you to guess what is the movie about, or what is the title of the movie. Okay, and here we go. Yeah, Harry Potter, and she is J.K. Rowling. Okay, and about this all, J.K. Rowling successfully made one of the best movies in the world. Ya, kita tahu sih Harry Potter, we have so many stories about Harry Potter from different various perspectives, different plots, different emotional, different feelings that we have when we watch the movie. Ya, Sobat Belajar, jadi si J.K. Rowling, she is really amazing. Dia bisa beliau membuat si Harry Potter ini sangat interesting. I don't really have things to say because this is really such a masterpiece, ya. Dalam ceritanya ini, Sobat Belajar, J.K. Rowling itu dia banyak memberitahukan tentang hal-hal yang bisa kita pelajari baik untuk diri sendiri dan juga untuk society. Ya, Sobat Belajar, dan dia di sini juga ada emotional, ada feelings yang bisa kita pelajari dan juga bisa kita ambil, kita jadikan sebagai contoh kalau misalnya kita juga mau membuat masterpiece yang seperti ini. Ya, Sobat Belajar, ketika menonton ini akan banyak feelingsnya. Ada yang afraid, ada yang fearful, ada yang feeling dared, ya, ada yang feeling happy, ada yang sad, and so many things. Ada banyak problems, ya. Ada yang sampai membuat kita amazed, that's really impossible. Tapi dengan cara J.K. Rowling that's really attractive, dia bisa membuat si ceritanya ini Harry Potter sampai dengan yang masuk top movies in the world. Ya, dari beragam usia dia bisa fit in, ya, ke all ages. Yeah, that's really interesting. Nah, have you ever imagined being like her just for one day? Nah, ketika kita mau jadi si J.K. Rowling dan kita mau membuat masterpiece like Harry Potter, what should we consider? Apa yang harus ada di sana? Apa yang menjadi basic general rules yang bisa kita apply when we wanna have or we wanna make these stories? Ya, Sobat Belajar. Okay, so continue watching karena sekarang belajar mudah, ayo belajar.
Jangan lupa belajar karena sekarang belajar itu mudah. Ayo belajar.
Hi, Sobat Belajar, Rizka here and welcome to English Classroom. Well, Sobat Belajar, as always, the material for our today's episode is that in this phonetic transcription, okay? But I would like to tell you that we gonna focus on text here, but you need to guess what kind of text that we're gonna learn, okay? And this one, okay, you know that we're gonna have the text here and today. Nah, sekarang I would like to challenge you, ya, untuk bisa guessing this. But I would like also to help you. This is the transcription, the phonetic transcription, and I would like to pronounce it for you. This one, definition. This one, characteristics. And this social function. Social function, this one, example of narrative text. You know, this is text. So we have text here. And how about this? This is narrative. Narrative. So here we go. Narrative. Okay, so for this episode, we're gonna learn about the narrative text. Nah, karena narrative text itu dia punya banyak components, I would like to make you focus on these three. Okay, or even four. Ya. This one definition, dia seperti ini transcription-nya, dan spellingnya adalah this one, definition. Definition, okay? While this one is a characteristic. Okay, characteristics. Well, next one, social. 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 This one, function. Function. So here is the spelling. Okay, and this one is example. Example. Yes. Okay, all set. So, about the narrative tags, we're gonna learn about the definition, characteristics, social function, and example, of course, of narrative tags. Okay, so, Sobat Belajar, we know narrative tags, and here comes the questions that will be our guidance for today. Yeah, what are the components of narrative tags? Okay, like imagine you are being J.K. Rowling for a day. So you need to understand, you need to know, ya, the components of narrative text. Apa aja sih dia komponennya? Apa sih yang harus kita perhatikan ketika kita ingin membuat narrative text, or even if we have the narrative text, atau kita punya teks, terus kita mau lihat dia masuk ke kategori yang mana ya? Narrative text itu seperti apa? Jadi kita tahu ada banyak teks in this world. Nah, jadi Sobat Belajar nanti bisa tahu narrative text itu dia seperti ini. Kenapa dia seperti ini? Karena karakteristiknya seperti ini dan social functionnya seperti itu. Okay, but I would like to tell you, in this narrative text, we will learn these three things. We're gonna learn, I can say, this one. First one about the definition, characteristic, social purpose, and example. That's for today. And next one, we will also learn about the generic structure. Of course, we learn about the generic structure and the language features, ya. Jadi kita akan bedah si narrative text ini jadi tiga garis besarnya, dan untuk hari ini kita akan pelajari yang paling atas ini, ya, Sobat Belajar. Definition, characteristics, social purpose, and example of narrative text. Okay, the other two we will learn about it later on. Okay, I would like to give you this narrative text, and we're gonna know about the characteristic or something that is there. Ya, dari yang pertama, ini di slide yang ini ada 3 paragraph. Oke, kita akan lihat one by one. Well, first one. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful young girl named Cinderella. She lived with her stepmother and 2 sisters. They were arrogant and bad-tempered. They treated Cinderella very badly. Her stepmother made Cinderella do the hardest job in the house, such as scrubbing the floor, cleaning the pot, pan, and preparing food for the family. Her stepsisters, on the other hand, didn't work on the house. Their mother gave them many pretty dresses to wear. Okay, Sobat Belajar, if you notice, there are so many pieces of information. Those are available in the very first paragraph of this story. Okay, apa aja sih Kariska yang ada di paragraf pertama? I'll tell you. This one. Okay, ini about time. Atau kalau kita fokus ke 5W's, ini adalah when. Okay, once upon a time. Next, there was a beautiful young girl named Cinderella. ini diceritakan siapa yang menjadi karakternya, salah satunya. Berarti ini who. Okay. And she lived with her stepmother and 2 sisters. Oh, dia berarti not alone, ada yang lain. Ada her stepmother and 2 sisters, berarti dia who. And they were arrogant and bad-tempered. Nah, ini dia berarti karakteristiknya lebih jauh. Protagonist, antagonist, like that. And they treated Cinderella very badly. Nah, ini udah mulai menjelaskan tentang kondisi awalnya, ya. Sobat belajar, terus dia bilang lagi, diceritakan lagi, her stepmother made Cinderella do the hardest job in the house, such as scrubbing floor, cleaning the pot, pan, and preparing food for the family. Dia jelaskan lagi. Here. Okay, this one. Okay. And next, her stepsisters, on the other hand, didn't work in the house. Yeah. Their mother gave them many pretty dresses to wear. Nah, ini dia menjelaskan tentang suasananya, latar suasananya seperti ini. Ya, plottingnya dia seperti ini juga. Oke, nah, berarti ini more about the introduction, right? Okay. And next one, kita lihat one day, a king invited all girls in his kingdom to attend a ball in his palace. They were excited about this and spent so much time choosing the dresses they would wear. Cinderella couldn't stop crying after they left. Okay. Nah, ini dia menjelaskan tentang kondisi yang selanjutnya. Ya, di sini juga dia uniknya, sobat belajar, disebutkan ada karakter yang lain, ada the king. Ya, dan di sini dia jelaskan lebih lanjut hubungannya si king ini dengan si Cinderella here. Nah, berarti nanti mereka guessingnya adalah akan berinteraksi. Ya, sobat belajar, and berarti di sini kita tahu intinya adalah dia menjelaskan tentang other condition. Ya, and this one kita lihat, why are you crying, Cinderella? The voice asked. Dia bilang the voice asked. Di sini dia tidak menjelaskan siapa. Oke, nah berarti kita bisa tebak, kita bisa ambil kesimpulannya atau poinnya, berarti nanti ada karakter lagi yang dijelaskan atau disebutkan. Oke, kita lihat berarti ke paragraf selanjutnya. Ya, this one, she looked up and saw a fairy standing beside her. The Cinderella told her why she was crying. The fairy said, "You've been such a cheerful, hardworking and complaining girl that I will see that you go to the ball." The fairy turned a pumpkin into a coach and mice into a smooth 2 coachman and footman, then tapped Cinderella's dress with her wand, and it became a beautiful ball gown. Ya, nah dia di sini berarti menjelaskan karakternya lagi, ada fairy sini, dan ini adalah kondisi yang selanjutnya ceritanya. Ya, jadi ceritanya itu dia runtut ya, sobat belajar. Tadi dia awalnya ada Cinderella, terus dia juga ada stepmothers-nya, ada stepsisters-nya, terus juga dia akhirnya ada king ya. Terus dia dijelaskan kondisi pertama seperti ini, terus ceritanya yang kedua ini dia transitionnya smooth. Jadi kita understand kenapa sih dari sini terus dia kemudian ke kondisi yang lain ya. Terus ini dia juga jelaskan ternyata ada karakternya yang lain. Oke, transisinya very smooth. Oke, jadi nggak bikin kita questioning. Apa sih maksudnya kok tiba-tiba pindah karakter, tiba-tiba pindah condition. Oke. And this one, kita lihat. Then he gave her a pair of pretty glass shoes. Now Cinderella, she said, "You have to leave the ball before midnight." Then he drove away a wonderful coach. Cinderella had a marvelous time either. She danced again and again with the prince. Suddenly the clock began to strike 12. She ran toward the door as fast as she could, do. In her hurry, one of her glass shoes left behind. Nah, dia menjelaskan lagi tentang ini. Keadaan yang selanjutnya. Oke, cerita yang selanjutnya. Nah, di sini sobat belajar bisa lihat dia itu very chronological. From this one, and this one. Ya. And this. A few days later, the prince declared that he would marry the girl whose feet fitted the glass shoe. Cinderella's stepsisters tried it, but it was too small for them, no matter how hard they squeezed their toes into it. In the end, the king's page let Cinderella try the shoe. She stretched his legs and slipped the shoe on the page. It fitted perfectly. Finally, she was ushered into a magnificent palace and hid. The prince was glad to see her again. They married and lived happily ever after. Oke, nah ini dia closingnya, this one. Oke. Nah di sini dia jelaskan akhirnya endingnya seperti apa. Whether it is happy or ending, that doesn't really matter. What matters is that dia itu dari awal sampai dengan terakhir ini dia transitionnya smooth, ya. Terus dia juga di sini tadi kalau sobat belajar notice dia juga ada problemnya. Oke, problemnya tadi si Cinderella-nya dia unable to go, tapi akhirnya problem solved karena dia ada si yang tadi fairy-nya ditolong, ya. Oke, sobat belajar, so from this one kita bisa lihat ya, sebelum kita moving on ke cerita yang ini, kita lihat bahwa si narrative text itu salah satunya karakteristiknya dia adalah smooth transition. Jadi dari satu cerita ke cerita yang lain dia akan bertransisi atau pindahnya dia itu smooth. Oke, dengan tadi cara perkenalan dari karakteristiknya dan juga settingsnya dan juga emotional roller coasternya kita dimainkan. Oke, dari yang biasa aja, oke, kemudian so-so, terus kemudian mulai emotional. Oke, nah itu yang kelihatan dari si Cinderella-nya tadi. Oke, and this one we have another example of narrative text here. Golden Eggs. Oke, nah ini title-nya. Kita lihat di sini dia quite shorter than the Cinderella karena dia cuma satu slide like this. This one we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 paragraphs. Let's see. This one, first paragraph. Long time ago, a remote village in central China was inhabited mainly with farmers and hunters. Oke, nah di sini dia ada keterangan when and where. Oke. Dan di sini who. Ya, dia mirip dengan Cinderella tadi, in which first paragraph is all about introduction, ya. Mulai dari pengenalan karakternya dan juga setting place-nya dan juga time-nya. Ya, sobat belajar. And next one. One day a poor farmer lost his entire livestock to flood. He prayed hard to God for help or his family would die of starvation. Oke. Nah, ini dia menjelaskan tentang first condition-nya, first setting-nya. Oke, dia bilang seperti ini, ada poor farmer, karakternya udah mulai spesifik. Oke, dan di sini dia juga dijelaskan bagaimana sih dia berinteraksi, sudah mulai masuk ke ceritanya. Oke, and next one, few days later, an old man with long gray beard passed by his house, took pity on him. Nah, ini ada karakter yang lain. Nah, dia mulai transisinya, tadi dia sendiri, kemudian ada interaksi dengan karakter yang lain, dan juga di sini ada cerita yang baru. Oke, ada hal barunya. Oke. And next one, he gave him a goose and said, I don't have an expensive thing to give you and hope this goose will help you to ease your hardship. A week later, to almost surprise, the farmer found an egg in his yard. Nah, ini juga dia menjelaskan tentang apa sih yang tadi diberikan sama si old man ya. Oke. Terus dia jelaskan hasilnya seperti apa. Ternyata ada egg-nya. Oke. Terus di sini, this was no ordinary egg, it was a golden egg. He was suddenly overcome with joy. Thereafter, his livelihood had rapidly improved, but the farmer had forgotten his earlier hardship. Nah, mulai nih, ada problemnya. Sobat belajar ya. His earlier hardship. Oke, kita lihat lagi. Setelah itu dia ceritanya tentang apa? He became lazy, arrogant, and spendthrift. Strangely, the goose only laid one golden egg every 6 months. Oke, nah di sini dia transitionnya sebelum problem solving. Kita lihat ya. The greedy farmer lost his patience and slaughtered his goose, thinking there were plenty of golden eggs inside its stomach. Though he very much regretted for his foolishness, it's already too late. Oke, nah ini dia akhirnya. Akhir ceritanya, kalau yang tadi si Cinderella dia jelaskan happy ending, kalau misalnya di sini dia memang tidak menjelaskan apakah happy ending or like sad ending, not mentioned, tapi kita bisa lihat dari pilihan katanya. Dia bilang, though he very much regretted for his foolishness, it's already too late. Berarti endingnya dia adalah sad ending. Oke, sobat belajar, so from these two texts of example, here we go. Narrative text is this. Ya, you can see chronological story which sometimes imaginative. It has problems in the story and the problem solving. Nah, ini yang tadi Kariska bilang kalau dalam narrative text tadi Cinderella and Golden Axe dia itu ceritanya runtut. Ya, runtut dalam artian kita bisa paham kenapa dia pindah dari satu situasi ke situasi yang lain, dari satu karakter ke karakter yang lain. Ya, dia chronological. Dia waktunya itu terlihat. Kenapa sih dari satu cerita, dari cerita yang ini, series yang ini, terus dia pindah. Terus ada karakter yang lain. Oke? Dan di sini yang menarik, like you're being di J.K. Rowling, you will have this problems and problem solving. Jadi dia ada problemsnya dan juga ada problem solvingnya. Di situ jadi ini yang kaitannya supaya si readersnya ini atau people itu attracted. Okay, this one about narrative text, about the terms, okay? And characteristic of narrative text. Nah, ini at least you will see this when you read or you're gonna make the narrative text. This one, about the orientation. Nah, orientation ini sobat belajar more about the introduction. Namanya juga orientation ya. Seperti tadi yang di paragraf pertama kita lihat di situ banyak memberikan informasi secara umum siapa saja karakternya, oke, settingnya seperti apa dan kondisinya itu seperti apa. Nah, itu dia orientation. So, this is more about introduction. Okay, in short, right? Next one about complicated. So it is problem. Okay, di dalam narrative text you will find the problem of the story. And next one, resolution. It is problem solving. And reorientation. This is a kind of more about the moral value or more about conclusion to wrap up. Ya, sobat belajar. So at least you will have this or you will find this for in your narrative text, right? Well done. Belajar, kita lihat lagi. Something I have for you still. And other characteristic that you will find out are this. Okay, they are simple past tense, adverb of time, and direct speech. Okay, this is what narrative text is really interesting. Okay, and social function to entertain and to amuse readers. Makanya dia tadi punya problem and problem solving. Dia itu karena to entertain and to amuse readers. Oke, jadi semakin dibuat penasaran, dengan problem dan problem solvingnya, karena social functionnya memang untuk to entertain and to amuse readers. Okay. And here, examples of narrative text yang sobat belajar sering temui adalah ada fairy tales, fable, legend, and myths. Okay, ini dia examples, common examples of narrative text that you will find in this world, right? And here, okay, we will have a short practice. Okay, this is more about how you analyze the problem, or the characteristic of narrative text, yeah? So here we go. The question is that, what is the problem mentioned in the text? Okay, even though the question is what, like the basic one, but be careful. Dia tanya, what is the problem mentioned in the text? Apa sih yang jadi problemnya? Okay, nah kita go back ke sini. The story of Lake Toba, this is legend. Ya, ini adalah examples dari narrative text. Dia yang bagian legendnya. Oke, nah berarti karena pertanyaannya problem, sobat belajar, kita lihat mana sih yang jadi fokusnya di sini, yang jadi emotional point-nya di sini, karena problem is related to emotion. Oke, nah kita lihat dari paragraf pertama, like we gonna have it or solve it with skipping. Oke, jadi kalau yang pertanyaan problem or something related to that, sobat belajar pakainya yang skimming. Jadi skimming itu sobat belajar lihat secara cepat untuk menemukan fungsinya atau untuk menemukan dia itu generally membicarakan tentang apa, ya. This one, once upon a time there was a man who was living in North Sumatra. He lived in a simple hut in a farming field. He did some gardening and fishing for his daily life. This is introduction. Ya, dia masih menjelaskan tentang siapa sih perannya, dia di mana, ya melakukan apa. Ya, very first introduction. Oke. Nah, berarti kita belum menemukan problemnya. Oke, sobat belajar. And next one. One day while the man was do fishing, he caught a big golden fish in his trap. It was the biggest catch which he ever had in his life. Surprisingly, this fish turned into a beautiful princess. He fell in love with her and proposed her to be his wife. She said, "Yes, but you have to promise not to tell anyone about the secret that I was once a fish. Otherwise, there will be a huge disaster." The man made the deal and they got married, lived happily, and had a daughter. Nah, di sini sobat belajar sudah mulai menemukan kata kuncinya sebagai problem yang akan kita cari. Ada bilang the secret. Nah, nanti guessingnya apakah secretnya ini akan kept or spilled, ya. Okay. Few years later, this daughter would have bringing lunch to her father out in the fields. One day, his daughter was so hungry and she ate his father's lunch. Unfortunately, he found out and got furious and shouted, "You damned daughter of a fish." Di sini dia bilang secret. Okay, I was once a fish. Ternyata di sini dia bilang damned daughter of a fish. Udah mulai kelihatan problemnya kan? Okay, the daughter ran home and asked her mother, and then the mother started crying. She felt sad that her husband had broken his promise. Nah, di sini udah mulai kelihatan, sobat belajar nggak usah lihat lagi yang bawahnya. Oke, sudah terlihat di sini. Oke, biar kita lihat ini. Berarti letak masalahnya adalah ketika tadi daughter-nya was very hungry and ate her father's lunch. Ya, so the answer is C. Ya, sobat belajar. Jadi untuk problem, lihat mana tentang emotionnya, terus lihat di paragraf-paragrafnya yang berkaitan dengan keywordsnya tadi. For example, this about secret. Okay, sobat belajar. So that's for the narrative text. Overall, that's about the chronological story that you will find. It has problem and problem solving and social functionnya to amuse readers, to entertain readers. Well, sobat belajar, karena sekarang belajar mudah, ayo belajar.
Jangan lupa belajar, karena sekarang belajar itu mudah. Ayo belajar!